a wonderful chance to kind of step out as a solo artist and do music that touches my life and has touched my life for so long. I have to back up even before, the Backstreet Boys started 14 years ago. It's funny how all this happened. It's been an amazing ride and a wonderful experience to be able to have all that knowledge from the pop world in making a CD and putting it together, such as the Welcome Home CD. But the response has been amazing. It's been a little overwhelming, to be honest with you. I've had families, moms, dads, little boys, little girls come up and say, oh, you've touched my life and you've inspired me in a way. And I don't really get that from the Backstreet Boys side. I might get, oh, you brought our family together, you helped me through a hard time. But it's been a different kind of inspiration, faith-based through Welcome Home. So it's been surprising, but it's also been very flattering. I think as a solo artist, I have to be different than a Backstreet Boy. A lot of people know me just as a Backstreet Boy. They don't know me as a believer or even a solo artist. Some people don't. And that's okay with me. But in putting this record together, I wanted it to be really what I'm about as an individual. I'm a man of faith. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a lot of things that kind of get tossed to the wayside when you stand on a Backstreet Boys stage. And I really wanted people to know who I was and really what makes me tick in life, and that's my family and my faith. So I wanted to put as much of my family in it as I could to really tell who I am as a person. Well, there's a lot of great contemporary Christian or traditional gospel music out there today that wasn't out there 5-6 years ago. And it influences, I think, everybody, not just in the music industry, but the people that are entrenched in the music industry, such as the artists. So there's a lot of great stuff out there that influences me. I'm already writing and putting together my brand new record that's coming out at the top of the year. Got some ideas, got 4 or 5 songs that I'm itching to kind of get out of my head for a little while because they're stuck in there. But you try to always be influenced by your surroundings and what's going on. You can't really be that focused where you can't be affected by other things around you. So it makes us who we are, our environment. So I think being open to different styles of music and different artists is a good thing. I grew up listening to contemporary Christian and country and pop and gospel and you name it. But I hope that you find a lot of those different styles stirred up into one pot on the Welcome Home CD. Well, as a little boy growing up singing in a Southern Baptist church, I'm a fan of the big choirs and the gospel choirs. Those are the things and the styles of music that have really moved me and touched me in a different way that no other music has really been able to do. So we did a little bit of the gospel choirs and stuff like that because I want people to be able to listen to a record from start to finish and be, influenced by a lot of different styles, and hopefully they found that in the Welcome Home CD. I would have to pick 2 different styles. I would probably start with We Lift You Up, because I wrote We Lift You Up about 9 years ago, and I knew that it was going to be on a record, whether it was going to be on my record or somebody else's record in the gospel community. I wanted it to be known out there. So I start with that because that's definitely a different style than being, I was in Vienna, Austria in 2005 in Europe traveling on the Never Gone tour, and I was missing my family, and that's where Welcome Home, the song and the title track for the whole record evolved right there in a hotel room. So hopefully I'm growing as a writer, so I can't really pinpoint just one thing because just like I said, you're going to find a lot of different styles of music that have made me the artist and the man that I am today. There's a song that I can't really give the title about yet, but there's 2 songs that I'm extremely excited about that I'm recording for my new record. And I like story songs that talk about family. Those are normally the songs that I write because they touch me the most. But there's 2 in particular, and like I said, I don't want to give anything away just yet. But there's one that's very, very powerful, and then there's one that's a little more subdued and more of the traditional love song, but a different style of love. So.
So
sorry, I can't give anything away. Just,
that's all right. That's all right. It's like,
it's top secret.
yeah.
I was asked by Mac Powell, who's the lead singer of Third Day, to be a part of the project, or see if I would be interested in being a part of the project. And the best part about the project is not necessarily the company that's involved on stage, but the actual scripture that we're pulling these songs from. You've got 66 books in the Bible, and there's a lot of scripture to be told. And a lot of times people don't connect directly with scripture. When you read a Bible verse in the Bible, you may get a completely different meaning or a different understanding than I would. And I think through song, a project like the Glory Revealed project is, little do people know that they're being blanketed and covered with scriptures that are right out of the Bible. And that means a lot to me. That's the way I live my life, and hopefully people get something out of that, you know. I think, you know, as a writer and a producer, you're always looking for new avenues or new things. We make music so far ahead of time before the actual, you know, consuming public gets a chance to buy it, that you kind of have to think outside of the box. So hopefully as a writer and a producer, I'm influenced by anything and everything that's going on today versus something that's going on 6 months from now. So, but the stories are there. You know, anybody that's inspiring to write stories, you can find them right out of the Bible. One, that it's okay to stand up for what you believe. Two, to be a respectable individual in your community. I've been adamant about standing up for what I believe, even on the Backstreet Boys stages versus the solo stages. And I look for somebody that has an inner confidence, that really knows who they are as a person, because just because I'm on stage doesn't really depict who I am as a person off the stage. And even though I'm that same person, you'll find that same person, but it doesn't dictate my lifestyle, what I do in my everyday life. And hopefully, you know, the traditional stamped Brian Littrell fans are I hope are like me.
As broad as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.